In years past, you have a quarterback competition, and a lot of times you want to name that starter exiting the spring, going into the spring game. You have your guy, you settle on him, you build around that during the off season, but you just don't have that luxury these days. And I would be stunned if anywhere outside of maybe South Carolina, Spencer Rattler names a starting quarterback here in the SEC when I'm talking a program, specifically Texas A&M, because you don't want the battle between Haynes King and Max Johnson. You don't want that to be decided early and have quarterback depth be tested yet again like it was last season if you're Jimbo Fisher. So it's interesting. Jimbo met with the media here on Tuesday, asked about the quarterback competition. Didn't really reveal a ton on Max Johnson or Haynes King, but interestingly, he's basically expanding it. We're going three-man now here with the freshman making his way up the depth chart here in College Station. So let's kick it over to Jimbo Fisher.
I mean, I think all three made plays. And I say both, all three made plays. And all three got rotations with ones and twos in different groups. And where we did, like I say, we started off, so I thought the first defense was really good, which kept us off the field. And I thought, is that when as Haynes started really picking it up, started making plays later than that. I thought Max come out and did a really nice job, had some plays. Again, he had a couple mistakes here and there on reads and things. We got to get better. And I thought Connor, for his first scrimmage, was excellent. I thought he made a lot of plays and actually got some time with the ones and actually got time with twos. So I thought he handled both of those situations extremely well. In our 2-minute situations, I mean, all guys, we worked 2-minute, we worked red zone, we worked goal line, we worked all kind of things across the board, different situations in the game, a lot of third down stuff. And I thought he handled that very well too. So all three guys had some really bright moments and some things they got to work on to stay more consistent and allow us not to get behind the 8 ball.
So you see what he did there. I mean, hell, he's praising the freshman Connor Weigman here. Hell, maybe he is that good. Maybe he will win the starting job. It seems like that is going to be a tough ask, though, for a true freshman, given what we know about Jimbo Fisher and the complexity of his system. And, just I don't know any true freshmen that come in here and start. Even Zach Calzada last season, I believe it was his third on campus last season. And at times it looked like he was still putting it together. I know he had a lack of experience, but of course you're going to be dealing with that with the true freshman as well. So, I've taken these comments with a grain of salt, but I'm just reading into this, like I said, that there is not going to be anything decided in College Station until training camp. And, you just hope it doesn't go into the season, because that can be a recipe for disaster with all the high hopes they got in College Station. But that was far and away not the best comment we had from Jimbo here on Tuesday. I just think this was fascinating, and I get a sense that, he really likes the roster he has, loves the talent. How could you not? I was arguing with people about this the other day on Twitter. Texas A&M does have the talent profile to go to the college football playoff. That's why you're going to start seeing, if you haven't already, Texas A&M preseason top 10, Texas A&M possibly preseason top 5, and a ton of that has to do with the talent on the roster combined with Jimbo Fisher's pedigree of being a national championship coach and damn near took the Aggies to the college football playoff 2 seasons ago. But listen to Jimbo's comments here on leadership, somewhat lacking right now in College Station. That's what spring and the offseason is for, us developing those leaders, still searching for them at Texas A&M. And how bad do these players really want it? You got to have that want to. And, it seems almost a little Nick Saban-esque here, message to his players through the media.
Are you seeing that leadership voice?
Not like I want. Honestly, not like I want. We need more leadership. We need more leadership, and that doesn't always have to come from seniors, and I think that's something that we need to enhance on. I think they need to start putting their impression on the team a little bit more in what we do, and not with enough consistency in our leadership. I think, not that they're bad, but I think we need more, and I think we need more assertive type guys in leadership and what we're trying to do and where we're at. Everything. This game is about pushing through. That's what you want. You want to make it hard. You want practice to be challenging. You want it to be tough. You want it to be demanding. This is what you find out. And listen, talent goes out the window. At the end of the day, it's how much you want, how hard you can compete. Look at the Final Four. Duke's been beat twice in the last 5 minutes of the game. Said, you know what, we ain't losing. and raised their level of play and just got down and competed, and our practice habits come straight out. North Carolina did it 2 weeks ago, not against St. Peter's, but the game before. All those teams, Kansas was down at halftime. I mean, you just watch the basketball, and you watch how guys push through and how those really good teams can elevate themselves. And they don't elevate themselves. They just focus themselves and play up to what their capabilities are and what their practice habits are, in my opinion. Those guys just, I haven't seen as much basketball as I want, but those 3 games I happened to see those games, and man, it would just impress me. Not that they won, but how they won, how they refused to lose, and I think that's a credit to their culture and the coaching and the things they got. Oh yeah, we got plenty of depth. We got plenty of depth. Got to get guys to keep going and make them plays. We got plenty of depth. There's plenty of guys out there can make plays, can run and do it. Just need to do it with a consistent basis.
So based on these comments here, looks like Jimbo's tired of these 8-4 jokes we're seeing constantly, all day, every day. We mentioned the Aggies. So things have got to get better here in a hurry. The talent's not going to be an issue. Your quarterback room loaded. Hell, Jimbo's saying we're going basically 3 deep now. No excuses in that department. And he was asked about Damon Demas. Would not get into that. Demas is in the portal. If you missed it, we talked about that on the last episode, but just something to be aware of.